everyone. Welcome to another episode of Taking Up Space, a Michelle A. Mayer podcast. If y'all hear a noise, this is my pants rubbing against the chair. I know you hear that on many other podcasts. I don't know if I needed to explain that, but I just did. So, future reference or for reference of this video. But nonetheless, today I want to elaborate on something else. I know we are in the fourth quarter of the year, and we're all doing all we can to prep ourselves to embark upon this new journey of the first quarter of a whole new year. We're always looking to do our best. I honestly believe that we all look to do our very best and put our best foot forward. It's just sometimes things don't align the way that they need to. We don't do the work we need to do, not because we don't want to, but maybe because we don't know how. I've been in situations myself where I just didn't know what to do. So, I didn't do anything. And a lot of times, you depend on spirit, you depend on God to show himself in your life in a real dynamic way and lead you through. And a lot of times God does, friend. But a lot of times we can prepare ourselves based upon what someone else might have experienced. A lot of things that have come my way by way of other people's experiences that they just shared. And I was able to say, okay, I'm going to try that because I'm hungry for the success of this. I really would like to succeed in this. And I've been praying on it. And maybe God sent this person along my path for me to view this video or for me to read this book or whatever the method of information being conveyed may be. But I've gotten this information because maybe God sent this and I needed it because I've been praying on it. And I know I wanted to make this change. So let's use this video as an example of such. And if you can benefit from it, that is the goal. Even if one person can use something that I convey, my mission has been complete. So, like I said, we're in the fourth quarter of the year. And what was on my spirit was, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, but I made a note to myself of Jesus using the word, take up your cross and follow me. We've gone through the whole book of Matthew. We've gone pretty much through Mark and Luke. And now throughout all of these chapters of the Bible, everywhere I look, I'm seeing Jesus say, take up your cross and follow me. Take up your cross and follow me. And I've not really elaborated on that take up your cross portion. See, Jesus always told his disciples before he said, you can come and follow me and allow me to teach you and to fill you up with my knowledge and to empower you, you first must be able to take up your cross. You yourselves are responsible for the cross that you must bear. And that's the part of the conversation that I want to bring to light today. I want to shed light on the cross portion. What does Jesus mean by take up your cross? Why is it so important? In my interpretation of what the cross means, it's the many paths, the many roads you have traveled throughout your life. A cross is an intersection from one area, one line that crosses another line. It's a place of decision. It's the many decisions that we make in life. Whenever you're at a crossroads, you're at a place of decision. You must make a decision. Do I continue this path? Or do I turn left? Or do I turn right? Or do I go backwards? Or do I go forwards? What do I do? The cross and the crossroads of life are your decisions of your life. They are the roads of this life, the many paths of this life. They are the many experiences that we have had in life. They are the many decisions that we have either made or that we will make in this life. So when Jesus speaks to take up your cross and follow me, he's saying, own all of your decisions. Let your eye be single when it comes to the experiences you have had and the experiences that you will have moving forward. Be confident in your decision-making process. Come to terms with all that you have experienced thus far, whether good or bad. Put to rest those demons that you have wrestled with in your past regarding your decisions that you made when you didn't know better. Honor your decisions. Be whole and allow your light to be single. I'm going to refer to Luke chapter 14, verse 27, when Jesus says, "And whosoever doeth not bear his cross and come after me cannot be my disciple." Jesus is saying, if you can't follow me, you can't skip this vital aspect of the process of bearing your own cross, coming to terms with your own experiences, and then think that you can come and follow me. You cannot. You must do the work of coming to terms with you before you can ever come and fully follow me. Now, that does not mean that you must come whole. This is not what Jesus is saying. Jesus doesn't say, well, you can't partake of the kingdom in any way until you become perfect. That is not what Jesus is saying. Jesus is saying, observe your experiences. Pay attention to yourself. Before you decide you want to come follow anybody, including me, I need you to hunger to want to be better. And in order to want to be better, you must be able to do some self-work independently. You got to shine the light on your own self and desire to improve your own self. And how do you do this? You do this by paying attention to your own experiences. Pay attention to the many paths that you have walked in life. What provoked you down those paths? What demons came upon you while you were on those paths? Whether they were the demons of jealousy, the demons of envy, the demons of fear, the demons of lack, the demons of insecurities, the demons of low self-worth. All of these various demons. Pinpoint who those demons were. And then pinpoint what aspect of yourself brought those demons on. What made you feel that way? Why did you feel inadequate? Why were you fearful at that time? And why did that fear drive you in that direction? This is all self-work. This is deep self-work. Being able to face your own self and call it how you see it. Not put it off on somebody else and say, oh, it was them and it was that and it was them and that. Because we can do that. And a lot of times they are justifiable. People do inflict their stuff on you. But if you don't respond, they have no weight in your life. But for you to have responded and allowed yourself to be driven down a particular path because of it, we got to pinpoint why we allowed that to happen. And this is all deep self-worth. And this is what Jesus is speaking to. Without any condemnation. He's saying, before I can pour into you and give you all of these gifts to heal yourself, these gifts to heal the sick, these gifts to do miracles, or what one would consider miracles in the earth, you must first heal yourself. You must confront yourselves. You must be able to look at yourself for who you truly are or were and eradicate all of that which doesn't serve you. Replace it with what does and build yourself up from there before I can ever pour all of this into you. This is the fourth quarter of the year. Many of you, like I said, we have all of these New Year's resolutions. And of course, I said, reminded you that in order to remove something and bind something and lessen its power, you must magnify something else in replacement of it. You must put something else in the space that you have established, or in the space that you have removed that thing that you found unworthy from. This is taking it a step further in the same direction. It's pinpointing it. Calling it how you see it with your own self. It's not that you have to go announce it to everyone. Call it how you see it. Having enough humility within your own self to say, I was wrong in that. Whether it was childish of me, whether it was ignorant of me, whether it was weak of me, whether it was whatever the label is of that demon, shine the light on it. And you shining the light on it exposes it. And friend, when I tell you, demons, they hate the light. They cannot stand any of these low-level energies, any people that do low-level work, any of that demons and the demonic and the low vibrational frequencies work in, through, or with. They hate light. That is one thing you got to get from this. They cannot stand to be named. They hate to be seen. They hate to have a light shone on them. When you shine a light on them, you expose them. They become vulnerable. They hate it because they must allow you to see them for what they are, which are weak. They are weaknesses. The light is the strength that exposes the weakness of them, and they hate it. I encourage you today to use the simple statement that Jesus spoke time and time again when he chose his 12. Take up your cross. Own your cross. That is yours. Regardless to if you own it or not, friend, it is bound to you throughout this entire walk you have in life. Your cross is yours. No one else can carry it for you. You must own it. You must. And in taking up your cross becomes lighter when you shine the light on all of those low-level energies that have clung to your cross, that you are carrying and that are burdening you and that is too heavy for you to carry. When you sit down with them and you shine the light on them, you banish them. They become as dust. They become as what fog becomes when the sunlight comes out. They dissipate, making your cross that much easier to carry and allowing the Spirit of God to pour into you through new experiences that fortify your cross, that strengthen you while carrying your cross, making you that much more powerful in carrying it, making the walk with your cross a happy walk, a joyful walk, instead of the weeping walk, the sorrowful walk that you had while carrying all of those many decisions that you were regretful from, or experiences that you wish you hadn't had. This is my conversation for you all today, very short and sweet. We're heading into a new year, and I'm just looking to do my portion I don't care if it's just one of you that gets this and that can utilize it. Shine the light on your experiences. Search yourselves. Only you know where that weakness is. Search it, face it, and most importantly, forgive yourself. You've got to be able, there's no rewinding. So you've got to be able to face it, whatever it is, and ask yourself, why did you allow that feeling to lead you? Whatever that feeling was, because a lot of times they're feelings that lead us. These demons work through emotions. That's all they have is emotions. Triggers, things that provoke you, that bring up childhood trauma or that bring up adulthood trauma, whatever type of trauma that it is, but they provoke it. Search yourself and pinpoint what that trauma is. Search yourself and pinpoint your demons. And then when you shine the light on them, you've exposed them. And then forgive yourself from them. Forgive yourself from all of those experiences. You can't do nothing with them. You can't change them. Shining the light on them and forgiving yourself from them eradicates them. And now it gives you a list of things that are of their opposite to replace in their stead. Shining your light on them and writing them down even as you shine your light on them. Shining your light is paying attention to them and writing them down and healing yourself from them, forgiving yourself from them. Now that you see them, you are able to forgive yourself from all that they have created in your life. All the mayhem, all of the low degrees of self-worth, all of the regret, all of the sadness, all of the dismay, all of the fear, forgiving yourself from all that came with them, pinpointing what brought them on, and then writing a list right across from them of what you will replace them with, and basking in the joy and the high level of vibration that comes with replacing them with what you truly desire, and then going about life with the activities to attract them, with those new things on your mind. And with those new things on your mind, friend, they act as magnets. You're now meditating on the newness. You're no longer meditating on the regret because you have forgiven yourself. You have buried that aspect. And you have replaced that aspect with this newness. Out of forgiveness, you are able to do that. And the forgiveness is of others. Forgiving others legitimately. And forgiving others is an ongoing process. It just doesn't occur. It is something that must be edited along your way. You must continuously do it. And you must continuously edit the forgiveness at times. And replacing it with what's new and good. And managing that and editing that. Just tools for you to be successful in this new year. We're loved more than we'll ever know. I'll never stop telling you. Be good to yourselves and be good to each other. Peace and love.